Objectives of this session are to learn about what is string, to know how string is created, to know about operations on string, and string method. String is a sequence of characters. String is created by enclosing character with single quote or double or triple quote. Here are three strings. First is enclosed under single quote. Second, because here apostrophe is used, it is enclosed under double quote. And third one, because here double quote is there, it is enclosed under single quote. Python's triple quote allows strings to span over multiple lines. Such strings are called Docstring. Strings are immutable, unlike list. So an assignment like this, x square bracket 0 index equal to character m, will raise error. Now operations on string. Because strings are sequence, so operations like indexing can be done. Like here India is the string, square bracket 0 index, it gives the character I. Then India slice 1:3. So second character, this is the 0, then it is 1, 2. 3 is exclusive, so 1 to 2 ND. And string concatenation, these are two string, then plus sign is used for concatenation. Successive concatenation, this is character multiplied by this 2. The same string is repeated twice. So using the same operator for different kinds of objects is called overloading, operator overloading. Now len stands for length of this string is 5. String method. String object dot capitalize, it will capitalize the first letter of the string. Then the string object dot count substring. Optionally you can give start and end index. It counts how many times substring occurs in a string. Then string object dot find substring. It will determine if the substring occurs in a string. It will give the index if it is found or -1 otherwise. String object dot replace old new replaces all occurrence of new with the old with the new, or at most maximum occurrence if maximum is given. String object dot split, it returns a list of words in the string using separator as the delimited string. If separator is not given, it takes default is white space. String object dot is alpha returns true if the string has at least one character and all characters are alphabetic. String object dot is digit returns true if the string contains only digit, false otherwise. Is alphanumeric, it is true if the string has at least one character and all characters are alphanumeric. String object lstrip, it returns a copy of the string with all leading characters removed. rstrip, it returns copy of the string with all trailing character removed. String object dot upper, it returns copy of the string with all lowercase characters converted to upper. String object dot join sequence, it concatenates the string representation of element in the sequence with separator string. For example, this is a string plus, and my list is the sequence, and then sign dot join my list. These three elements will be joined by this string. Now let us move to practical session of Python. We are creating a string. My name is Gaurav, and assign it to a variable x. Now string indexing x under square bracket 0 index. We can now run this, select it and press F9. So the first character, it is showing the first character. Now we are creating another string Python, and assign it to variable y. And now slicing of this string, we can select from 1:3. Now it will select character from 1 to 2. 3 is exclusive. P is the index 0, P index 0, then Y is index 1, and second is T. So it is selecting Y and T. Now strings are immutable. So if we select, suppose we assign some variable, some string character in case of first alphabet, like if you want to replace P by K, it will raise error. So it is showing that it does not, string object does not support item assignment because string is immutable. Now string concatenation, like we have two strings x and y, we can write x plus y, it will concatenate both the string. So we can see my name is Gaurav, then Python is added to this string. And successive concatenation is done by x multiplication symbol 3. So Python is repeated 3 times. Now because string is a sequence, we can use length function also on string, like y, its length is 6. Now let us discuss about the string methods. So we are creating a string India and assigning it to a variable S, or maybe we can choose a variable Z. Now method, the string object and capitalize. Now Z we have not defined as yet, so we will repeat it. Now it has capitalized the first character. However, if you look at the original string, it remains as it is unchanged because string is immutable. Now if you want to count how many times I occurs in this string, we can write jet count and I I is occurring 2 times, so it is showing 2. Now we can also give a method like find d. So if d occurs within the string, it will give the index, otherwise it will give -1. Press 9. So now I is 0 position 1 0 1 2, so it is showing the index of d. Now if we give some character which is not there in the string, it will give -1, so it is showing -1. Now we can give like string object, then replace d with k. So d is replaced with k, but this gives a copy of the string. Original string remains unchanged. We can look at it once again. The original string remains unchanged. This is a copy of the string. This is a new string. Now we can check whether all characters are alphabetic or not. So you will give z is alpha. It is true. Now we can check whether all the characters are digit. So it will be false. It is false. Now we can look. We are creating another string. My dog's name is Jim. Now we can use the split method. If nothing is given in the argument, it will take white space as the separator. Now we can select this and press F9. So white space is used as a separator. This string is separated into an elements of different words, and this output is a list. Now we create another string y with some white space in the leading character and again some white space in the trailing. Now if we give y string object, then lstrip, it removes the leading white space. Leading white space is removed. Our original string remains unchanged. Now this we forgot to actually we have to define the new assignment. This is the new assignment. This is the new assignment. It has taken the earlier y values, and then we'll give lstrip. So the leading character, leading white space character is removed, but trailing character remains. If we now give rstrip, rstrip will remove the trailing character, trailing white space. And if you want to remove both leading and trailing white space, then the command is ystrip, both the leading and trailing white characters are removed, but the original string remains unchanged. Now we can change this value. If you want to make it uppercase, you give upper. Once again it returns a copy of the string with the lowercase characters converted to upper, but original string remains unchanged. The lowercase characters is changed into uppercase. And lastly, a join method, we create a string and assign it to variable, create a string of 2 plus sign and assign it to a variable sign, and then I am creating a sequence with elements are 1, 2 and 3, and then the method is string object dot join and sequence is my list. Now select all these codes and press F9. So you can see it concatenates the elements of the sequence with separator character plus plus. What have you learned? We have learned about what is string, then operations on string, and finally string methods.